Story about drugs. Unfortunately, Greg Robinson was arrested in Louisiana with an estimated $120,000 worth of drugs. The last time his name came up was in El Paso County, Texas, for similar offenses. February 20th, 2020, he was caught with 157 pounds of marijuana. Fortunate to only have to pay $5,000 in fines and serve 5 years of probation. He had an opportunity to do something else with his life. Unfortunately, a year later, he's been arrested again, this time in Louisiana, where he owns multiple properties. This time, the news is less jarring because of what happened last year. Drugs were once again involved. They were far beyond marijuana and could carry more significant penalties. The fact he was put on probation in Texas will not help his cause. Law enforcement pulled over a 2021 Cadillac Escalade for a traffic violation. According to police, they found cocaine, crack cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax, and methamphetamine, which prompted them to seek and be awarded search warrants for multiple properties. A search of those properties turned up about $120,000 worth of drugs, police said, including over 3 pounds of crystal meth, 2.2 pounds of cocaine, nearly 40 pounds of marijuana, 4 grams of crack cocaine, 227 doses of hydrocodone, 48 doses of oxycodone, and 18 doses of a generic form of Xanax. The police have filed criminal charges, including felony possession with intent to distribute. Bail for Robinson has been set at $315,000. Alright, so this guy, he's a former Cleveland Brown. He was drafted. He was the second overall pick of the Los Angeles Rams in 2014 and played for the Detroit Lions in 2017. Played for the Browns in 2018 and 2019. And this is just a reality. You know, he was on probation. He had 5 years of probation, and he just got caught with $120,000 worth of drugs. And he can't say that this was a personal amount. Of course, this amount is, you know, indicative of somebody who's operating a drug distribution business, and he's gonna go to prison. You know, I don't know what his criminal record looks like. He was on probation for having 157 pounds of marijuana in Texas, and weed is not legal in Texas, so I'm pretty sure he got a felony for that. You know, and now he's going to get multiple felonies with all of these different drugs that he had in his homes. And I don't know if the police had him under some sort of surveillance or if it was just a situation where they pulled him over and stumbled across all of this. You know, I'm pretty sure when they pulled over that Cadillac and they, you know, and it's crazy because it was a traffic violation. And traffic violations get drug dealers caught up all the time. You're driving around in a fancy car and you forget to put your turn signal on, or you follow too closely, or you do something stupid behind the wheel, you get pulled over, and your normal day turns into a nightmare. And now you've got the police checking your homes out. You know, they pulled him over. He had a nice car, 2021 Escalade, and when they seen that he was a Cleveland Brown, a former NFL player, and these police officers were probably familiar with the fact that he had got caught with all that weed, you know, last year in Texas, because Louisiana is right next door to Texas, and law enforcement, you know, in Louisiana and Texas have great relationships with each other. They probably were aware of all of this stuff. They probably looked into their database, seen that he was on probation, and they probably made a decision to go search his properties because they figured, hey, this guy got caught with 157 pounds. He has all these drugs in his truck. Okay, we might find a mother load in his house. And that's exactly what happened. I think it's sad, but the temptation in the world of drugs is something. And once again, we're talking about crystal meth. Lots and lots of crystal meth. 3 pounds of crystal meth. And, yeah. I mean, it's something, man. You know, crystal meth. It's another that's the other epidemic going on besides the opiate epidemic, and it's just it's sad, but this is what's going on. You know, that's why I encourage anybody who's selling drugs to make sure you do what you got to do behind the wheel. Don't make any mistakes, because a traffic stop can turn into, you know, something much worse.